And the question is that the motion be agreed to, and I call the member for Barton.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Now I rise to respond to this motion from the member for Goldstein, and let me say this up front. If there was an Olympic sport for talking down to small business while claiming to champion it, the member for Goldstein would be absolutely on that podium every single time. Because here's the truth, Deputy Speaker. While those opposite are busy delivering us lectures over here, this government is actually delivering outcomes, real support, real reform, real relief for the 2.66 million small businesses which are the pillar of our economy and the beating heart of our communities. Now, it's the cafe owner who opens very early, like the little cup and saucer cafe in Canterbury, the tradie who backs himself out to go out every day in Kingsgrove, and it's the family-run chicken shop in Hariri's in Cogra, sponsoring Banksia Tigers Football Club. Small businesses don't just operate in our communities, they hold them together. And what have we done? We've backed them. We've delivered tax cuts already in place, with more coming out this year and next, benefiting 1.5 million sole traders. The very tax cuts, those opposite, labelled as a cruel hoax. Imagine telling Australian sole traders that their relief is imagined. That's not economic policy, that is political theatre, and we've seen it today. We've legislated the instant asset write-off so small businesses can invest in the tools, tech and equipment they need to grow productivity and jobs. We're improving payment times with a $33.4 million investment, including an overhauled payment times reporting scheme and a fast payers list to shine a spotlight on those small businesses who aren't paying on time and who are. Because we know cash flow is very important for small businesses. We've rolled out more than $80 million in digital and cyber supports, from the Digital Solution Program to cyber wardens, because we know resilience in the modern economy isn't just about foot traffic, it's all about also firewalls. We've backed energy efficiency grants, helping businesses cut bills and emissions, and we're reforming procurement rules through the Buy Australian plan so small and medium enterprises get a fair crack at government contracts, not just the big end of town with the biggest lobbying budget. And yes, we're fixing franchising laws with a stronger code enforced by ACCC, because small operators deserve transparency and fairness, not fine print setups. And let's address the elephant in the room, interest rates. The Independent Reserve Bank has increased the cash rate by 25 basis points. That is tough news. It will hurt households and small businesses, and we acknowledge that. Unlike those opposite, we don't pretend these pressures don't exist or come into this House complaining about problems. We actually respond to them. We're delivering a responsible cost of living relief, further tax cuts this year, and next we're strengthening the budget while tackling productivity and the real long-term driver of sustainable growth for small business. And when it comes to fiscal credibility, let's compare the records. We've turned two big Liberal deficits into two Labor surpluses. We more than halved the deficit in the third year. We found $114 billion in savings, and including $20 billion in the most recent update, while the Coalition failed to deliver a single cent of savings in their last budget. Not a single cent. Donuts. Yet that we have to listen to some lectures here in the chamber on economic management. Real spending growth averaged 4.1% under the Coalition compared to the 1.7% under us. So when we hear crocodile tears about spending, forgive us if we have to check the receipts. And let's talk about energy, because small business owners don't pay their power bills on ideology. After a decade of delayed, dysfunction and denial, we are rebuilding the grid with the lowest cost form of energy, that is renewables. Wholesale electricity prices fell by a third last quarter, and our job is now to get that relief flowing to the retail bills for households and small businesses. We're reforming the default market offer to ensure small businesses to pay a fair price, and we've rolled out cheaper home battery program with thousands of installations already helping businesses take control of their energy bills rather than being a hostage to price increases. We've invested in the Fair Work Ombudsman advisory services in the Fair Work Commission and tailored resources to small businesses understand new laws without needing any in-house legal team, because we recognise small businesses don't have a HR department. They have their owners doing their payrolls on a dining table after closing shop. And so when the member for Goldstein stands here implying small businesses are somehow being ignored, I say this: small businesses don't need slogans, they need support. And that is exactly what we are delivering. And here's the bold truth. Small business owners see through this. They know who's turning up with real solutions.
I call